Right, we're diving deep today and going deep on financial abundance.
Ooh.
I have to say, the title itself, it really kind of grabbed my attention.
Yeah.
So this should be a pretty fun one to unpack together, especially with, all of our listeners out there looking for some solid ways to boost their finances.
For sure.
And this book, it says it's got some really unique techniques. So
Yeah.
let's dive in and see what we can find.
It's interesting. A lot of people, they think financial advice is all about,
Numbers.
budgeting, investing, all that.
Right.
But this book actually takes a different approach.
Okay.
Right from the start.
Interesting.
In the chapter Abundance Basics, it starts with this deep dive into self-awareness.
Okay, so how does understanding yourself translate into more money in the bank?
Right.
I wouldn't immediately connect those two.
Well, the book argues that without that self-awareness, it's
Yeah.
easy to fall into patterns that can sabotage your financial success. For example, it talks about how people who don't really understand their strengths, they might end up in careers that drain them and don't pay well.
Yeah.
Or if you're not aware of your spending triggers, you might constantly blow your budget without even realizing why.
So it's before you even start looking at investments or side hustles,
Right.
you need to sort of do some inner work to understand your own, what is it, like a money blueprint or something?
Absolutely. And the book goes even a step further, saying
Yeah.
that cultivating a positive mindset is absolutely crucial.
Okay.
It actually uses this example of a study where people who practiced gratitude regularly
Okay.
ended up making more money
Oh, wait.
than those who didn't.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Just being thankful can boost your income.
It sounds counterintuitive.
That's wild.
Right.
That's pretty wild.
But the book's argument is that a positive mindset makes you more open to opportunities and more likely to take action,
Yeah.
which can lead to greater financial success.
Right.
It's all about creating that self-fulfilling prophecy
Yeah.
of abundance.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this connects, but what I'm really curious about
Yeah.
is how this book defines true financial abundance.
Right.
Is it just about having a ton of cash?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And the book tackles it head on.
Okay.
It challenges that common misconception that abundance just equals wealth.
Okay.
It argues that true abundance is more about feeling secure and content with your finances, regardless of the actual number in your bank account.
So it's more about a feeling of financial well-being.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It's about having enough to cover your needs, enjoy some wants,
Yeah.
and not constantly be stressed about money.
Right.
And importantly, it emphasizes the importance of responsibility
Okay.
and good financial habits
yeah.
to maintain that abundance
To maintain it
over time.
over time. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, winning the lottery might bring a sudden influx of cash, but if you don't have the skills to manage it,
Exactly.
you could easily end up right back where you started.
Right. The book stresses that true financial abundance is
Yeah.
built on a solid foundation
Yeah.
of knowledge,
Yeah.
discipline,
Right.
and smart decision making.
It's not about getting rich quick.
Exactly.
It's about building a sustainable
Yeah.
financial future.
Future, right?
Okay. I'm definitely getting the sense that this book takes a more holistic view of finances.
For sure.
So where do we go from there?
Yeah.
What kind of practical advice does it offer?
Well, one key concept that it dives into
Okay.
is the distinction between needs and wants.
Okay.
The book argues that a lot of people struggle financially because they blur those lines,
Right.
leading to overspending and debt.
Right. It's so easy to get caught up in that
Oh, yeah.
I want it now mentality.
Absolutely.
Especially with, all the tempting ads and social media posts
Oh, yeah.
we see every day.
Everywhere.
It's everywhere.
So the book encourages you to take a step back
Mm-hmm.
and honestly assess
Okay.
your spending.
Yep.
It suggests actually adding up all of your expenses
For them.
for a month,
Yeah.
and comparing that to your income,
To see where your money's going.
exactly, to see where it's all going.
Okay.
And then it challenges you to look at your wants
Right.
and ask yourself,
Right.
are these really essential or are these just impulsive desires?
Okay, that sounds like a good reality check.
Yeah,
But how does the book suggest we actually bridge that gap
right.
between our needs and wants?
Well,
Especially if you're already feeling financially stretched.
it uses a simple but powerful example.
Okay.
Imagine buying, a fancy latte every morning on your way to work.
Oh, yeah.
By switching to a cheaper coffee option or even making coffee at home
A few times a week.
a few times a week. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could save a significant amount of money over time.
I'm definitely guilty of that latte habit. I never really thought about how,
It's easy to overlook.
Those small purchases can add up over time.
It's easy to overlook those small expenses, but the book stresses that they can have a big impact on your overall financial picture.
Makes sense.
It's about being mindful of your spending choices and finding small, sustainable ways to save.
So it's not about depriving yourself.
Right.
It's about making smarter choices
that align
with your financial goals.
And the book also dives into a range of practical tools and strategies to help you reach those goals, which we can explore further.
I'm excited to hear more about those.
Yeah.
This deep dive is already giving me a lot to think about.
Awesome. So welcome back. You know, I'm really eager to dig into those tools and strategies for achieving financial abundance.
So where do we go from cutting back on those fancy lattes?
Well, the book suggests getting visual.
Okay.
It encourages you to use spreadsheets or even just, simple charts to track your spending and income.
Okay.
The idea is that by seeing those numbers laid out clearly, you can start to identify patterns and areas where you can make adjustments.
Yeah, I can see how that would be helpful.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like I'm just throwing money into a black hole.
Right.
It's hard to know where it's all going.
Exactly. Financial abundance argues that visualization can make your finances feel more manageable.
Okay.
And it goes beyond just tracking expenses.
Okay.
It suggests creating visual representations of your financial goals.
Okay.
Whether it's, a dream vacation, a down payment on a house, or even early retirement.
So like creating a vision board.
Exactly.
With pictures of tropical beaches and cozy homes.
Exactly. The book emphasizes that by making your goals more tangible, you're more likely to stay motivated and take action towards achieving them.
I like that.
It even suggests putting those visualizations in places where you'll see them every day.
Yeah.
Like on your fridge or your bathroom mirror as a constant reminder of what you're working towards.
Okay, I like that idea.
Yeah.
It's like planting those seeds of financial abundance.
Exactly.
In your mind.
In your mind, yeah.
But what about professional help?
Yeah.
Does the book recommend seeking out, financial advisors or investment experts?
It does touch on that, but it's pretty cautious.
Okay.
It points out that while professional advice can be valuable, it's really crucial to do your own research.
Okay.
And due diligence.
Yeah. That's good advice.
Yeah.
There's so many scams out there these days.
Oh, yeah.
And it's easy to feel overwhelmed and just hand over control to someone who seems like they know what they're doing.
Right. The book stresses the importance of being an informed and empowered participant in your own financial journey.
Okay.
It encourages asking questions, understanding the risks involved, and making decisions that align with your personal goals and values.
Okay, speaking of aligning with your goals and values, the book also delves into how our environment can impact our financial well-being, right?
Yes, it goes beyond just the physical space, too.
Oh, okay.
It talks about how our social circles, the information we consume, and even our own thoughts and beliefs can influence our relationship with money.
So it's like creating a whole ecosystem that supports financial abundance.
Exactly. The book argues that if you're constantly surrounded by negativity, clutter, and people who drain your energy, it's going to be much harder to cultivate a prosperous mindset.
So if I'm trying to save for a down payment on a house, but I'm hanging out with friends who are always encouraging me to go on expensive trips, that's going to create some internal conflict.
Financial abundance doesn't say you have to ditch your friends. But it encourages evaluating your social circles and surrounding yourself with people who support your goals. And this extends to the media you consume as well.
Okay.
If you're constantly bombarded with images of lavish lifestyles that are unattainable for you right now, it can fuel feelings of inadequacy and make you feel bad about your own financial situation.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I've definitely fallen into that trap of comparing myself to others on social media. And feeling envious of their
it's a common trap.
Seemingly perfect lives. Yeah.
But the book encourages being mindful of the information that you allow into your mind.
Okay.
It suggests curating your social media feeds, limiting exposure to negative news, and seeking out content that inspires and uplifts you.
So it's not just about decluttering your physical space, but also your mental and emotional space.
The book argues that creating a harmonious and supportive environment, both internally and externally, is crucial for attracting and maintaining financial abundance.
I'm starting to see how all these pieces fit together.
Yeah.
It's not just about following a budget.
or investing in the stock market. It's about creating a holistic lifestyle that supports financial well-being.
Right. And one of the most interesting tools the book offers for cultivating this lifestyle is the use of affirmations.
I've heard of affirmations, but I've always been a little skeptical.
Okay.
Is it really that simple to change your financial reality?
Right.
Just by repeating positive praises?
Well, the book acknowledges that affirmations aren't some magic spell.
Okay.
But it argues that they can be a powerful tool for shifting your mindset.
Okay.
And attracting abundance.
Okay.
It explains that by repeatedly affirming positive statements about your finances, you can start to rewire your subconscious beliefs and attract opportunities that align with those beliefs.
So it's like training your brain to focus on abundance rather than scarcity.
Exactly. The book emphasizes that it's not just about saying the words, though.
Okay.
It's about feeling the truth of those words in your heart.
Yeah.
And truly believing that you are worthy
of financial abundance.
Okay, I'm starting to see how that could be effective, but how do you actually use affirmations?
Yeah.
Do you just say them out loud randomly throughout the day, or?
The book suggests creating a few personalized affirmations that resonate with you and your goals.
Okay.
For example, if you're trying to pay off debt, you might affirm something like, I am effortlessly attracting the resources I need to become debt-free.
Okay. I can see how that would be more powerful than just saying, I'm rich.
Exactly. It's about aligning your affirmations with your specific goals.
Okay.
And the book recommends repeating them regularly, ideally daily.
Okay.
Perhaps while looking in the mirror during meditation.
Okay.
Or even while driving to work.
Yeah.
It also suggests writing them down.
Okay.
And placing them in visible locations as a reminder throughout the day.
That's a good idea. It's like surrounding yourself with little reminders of abundance.
Exactly. The book argues that by consistently exposing yourself to these positive affirmations,
you can start to reprogram your subconscious mind and attract more abundance into your life.
This is also fascinating, but I'm also curious about the role of our past experiences.
Yeah.
Does the book address how our childhood or past financial struggles might be holding us back?
That's a great question, and the book dives into it in a really insightful way. Welcome back.
You know, as we've been unpacking financial abundance, it's really struck me how much it focuses on mindset and inner work.
Yeah, it's not just about the numbers and
crunching numbers and budgets and stuff.
Absolutely. It's refreshing.
Yeah,
it is. And this next chapter, it kind of takes that inner work a step further.
Okay.
By exploring that connection between our past experiences and our current financial reality.
So how do past experiences, especially negative ones, influence our finances?
Well, think about it.
Yeah.
If you grew up watching your parents struggle with money or constantly worry about bills,
you might internalize those anxieties and develop a scarcity mindset.
Right.
That subconscious belief that there's never enough can impact your financial decisions, even as an adult.
So even if logically I'm aware of my income and my expenses, my past could be sabotaging my efforts.
Exactly.
To save or invest.
The book uses the example of someone who received a financial windfall, but quickly lost it all.
Oh, wow.
Due to those deeply ingrained beliefs about not deserving wealth or feeling uncomfortable having money.
That's a powerful example.
It is.
It really makes you realize how much of our relationship with money is rooted in our subconscious.
Absolutely. But the good news is the book doesn't leave you stuck there.
Okay, good.
It emphasizes that while we can't change our past, we can choose how we interpret it and learn from those experiences.
Okay.
It encourages examining those past money stories, challenging those limiting beliefs, and rewriting the narrative.
So it's about taking those old tapes out to the player and recording new ones.
That's a great analogy.
That support financial abundance. Yeah,
it's about acknowledging the impact of the past, but not letting it define your financial future.
Okay.
And it's not just about addressing negative experiences.
Okay.
The book also encourages recognizing and celebrating past financial wins, no matter how small.
So remembering that time I saved up enough money to buy my first car.
Exactly.
Okay.
By focusing on those successes, you reinforce a positive money story and build confidence in your ability to manage your finances and achieve your goals.
This is making me think about all the different pieces we've explored in this deep dive.
Yeah.
self-awareness, mindset shifts, visualization, creating a supportive environment, affirmations.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in.
It is, and financial abundance acknowledges that. But it also stresses that you don't have to do everything perfectly from the start.
Okay, that's good.
It's about taking small steps.
Yeah.
Experimenting with different tools and finding what works best for you.
Okay, that's reassuring.
Yeah.
It's not about becoming some kind of financial guru overnight.
Right.
It's about making gradual changes and building those healthy habits over time.
Exactly.
But I am curious about one key element we haven't discussed in detail.
Yeah.
The role of action.
Oh, you're so right. The book is really big on taking what it calls aligned action.
Aligned action.
This means taking steps that are in harmony with your goals, values, and all that inner work we've been talking about.
So it's not about just blindly following financial advice.
Right.
It's about figuring out what resonates with you personally.
Exactly.
And taking action that feels right.
Precisely. Financial abundance emphasizes that taking aligned action is often more about intuition and feeling than logic or analysis.
Interesting.
It encourages listening to your gut. Okay.
Paying attention to opportunities that excite you and taking risks that align with your vision.
It's almost like the book is encouraging a more spiritual approach to finances.
There's an element of that.
Interesting.
The book even dedicates a whole chapter to exploring that concept of trusting the universe or a higher power to provide for your needs.
So what does that look like in practice? Does it mean just sitting back and waiting for money to fall from the sky?
Not exactly.
Okay.
It's more about releasing the grip of fear and worry about money.
Yeah.
And cultivating that sense of faith that you'll be supported. It's about taking action from a place of abundance rather than scarcity.
So it's not about passively hoping for the best.
Right.
It's about actively working towards your goals.
Yes.
While trusting that the universe has your back.
Exactly. The book argues that when you approach your finances from that place of trust and abundance, you open yourself up to receiving support and opportunities in unexpected ways. So it might come in the form of like a new job offer.
Right.
A chance encounter with a potential investor.
Exactly.
Even a creative idea for a side hustle.
It's like that saying, leap and the net will appear.
Yeah.
The book emphasizes that taking aligned action requires courage and trust, but the rewards can be immense.
Wow. This deep dive into financial abundance has really expanded my understanding of what it means to create financial well-being.
Absolutely.
It's not just about managing money. It's about cultivating a mindset, taking aligned action, and trusting in the process.
I love it. Couldn't have said it better myself.
And as we wrap up this deep dive, I have one final question for you, the listener.
Ooh, I like it.
Considering all that we've learned today, what one small but impactful change are you willing to make today?
I love it.
To start your own journey towards financial abundance?
Remember, even the smallest step can have a ripple effect.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
Yes, thank you.
We hope you found it insightful and inspiring.
Absolutely.
Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep believing in your ability to create the financial reality that you desire.